Mall of America. It's home to world-class shopping, great dining, and amazing attractions and events. And these are our stories, presented by Bloomington, Minnesota Travel and Tourism. Hello and welcome to So Much More. I'm your host, Jill Renslow, joined by my co-host, Sarah Johnson. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning.
Well, we have an exciting show today because we are welcoming our friends from the Minnesota Zoo. It's one of our state's true treasures and just south of Mall of America. We're connecting people to wildlife, creating unforgettable experiences that remind us of the wonder and nature of the world around us. We're celebrating curiosity, connection, and conservation. So joining us are two incredible guests. We have Liz Gilles, the Curator of Education, and Tyler Ahnemann, who's Unique Experiences Specialist. Love that title. We'll talk about everything from behind-the-scenes adventures to how both the zoo and Mall of America create family-friendly spaces where memories are made every day. So Liz and Tyler, welcome to So Much More.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's jump right in. So first we have to ask, so do people still call it the new zoo?
Definitely. Yes. Lots of people do. And it is the newer zoo, right?
The newer, yes. Because remind all of our listeners, the zoo opened when and how has it evolved over the years?
Yeah. So the zoo opened in 1978. So we're actually close to celebrating 50 years of being
of course
in the
it's
community.
new then.
Yes, totally new, right?
Brand new.
Just like me. But basically, the zoo did have a new approach. We tried to create a space where people really felt immersed in nature, where the habitats were big. And as the zoo has grown, we have really leaned into that immersive nature to provide both the animals and the people visiting with a true experience where they can connect and learn about nature. And we have also really tried to increase the amount of work we do in conservation and environmental education over time. So it really is a new modern take on zoos in the Twin Cities.
Well, I love it because you really stay true to the heart of what the zoo has always been about from day one, but constantly evolve the experience for the guests and, of course, animal lovers, but not only enjoy the entertainment of the zoo, but also the education. So we're going to get into all of that. So Liz, first kind of talk a little bit about your role and what has inspired you to work at the Minnesota Zoo.
Well, I'm the education curator at the Minnesota Zoo, which means I oversee programs that go from early childhood, like our nature preschool, all the way to our zoo camp for youth of ages preschool through 12th grade, and then also our adult programs at the zoo. And what those programs have in common is really the idea is to inspire awe and connect everyone to the natural world to help protect it. I came at this in an interesting manner. I was a 7th grade teacher, and I brought my students to the zoo on field trips and loved seeing that spark of curiosity and that really having the zoo as an educational playground. And then I got an email from the zoo saying, we're looking for teachers who could come and work at the zoo, and transitioned over to being a supervisor at the zoo. And that was 9 years ago.
Oh, that's
so
fantastic.
I really love the zoo and its mission and love the way that we can connect to families and to kids.
Always a fan favorite for field trips and for summer camps. My kids went to many summer camps at the zoo. You have to sign up early.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, you miss out on that opportunity. So what a fun story. I love how you have landed there. And so let's hear your story, Tyler. How did you get started?
That is a great question. So I am the Unique Experiences Specialist. So that's a unique title. I get to design and provide small groups of adults opportunities that are up close, immersive, exclusive, that are outside the typical zoo experience. So it's behind the scenes, it's traveling across the globe. So it's doing things that aren't really your typical zoo experience. So part of that is I see it as, showing people with guests with their favorite animal, combining that with our conservation programs and our experience and expertise and creating these wow moments. Wow moments are what I'm all about here with the Unique Experiences. I grew up playing in creeks and exploring forests and traveling to zoos and had all sorts of wow moments throughout my life. And now I get to create those for others. That's amazingly special to me. So I love doing it. And it's just something I want to keep on doing. And I think people all love animals. So our hope is to show them that conservation is really exciting and really cool and very personal as well.
What's your favorite wow moment?
Oh, my goodness. There are tons of them. The first one that comes to mind is snorkeling in the Great Barrier Reef with a science teacher, not Liz, a different one who was afraid of water. And so convincing her to just jump in, and that we will have a good experience. It will be a safe experience, and just seeing her excitement once she got in the water, and then how she couldn't stop talking about it afterwards. So all those kind of things are just, it's little things. It's people crying of joy, and yeah.
So when you talk about traveling around the world to get the exposure and inspiration for these, how does that transform back then to the Minnesota Zoo? What is that process?
Oh, that's a great question. The mission of the zoo is to connect people, nature, and the animals to save wildlife. So, travel is exactly that. That's, in my opinion, like the perfect way to do it. So when you come with us, you're seeing all those things, you're experiencing all those things, but the same things happen at the zoo. And that's what we want at the zoo, is people to come and connect with the animals. So this is just a small, a small program that does that. The whole zoo is doing it in different ways. So whether you're at the zoo, going behind the scenes and seeing things, or taking a class, or taking a camp, or just showing up with your families and just having the fun, there's always that connection to something fun and something that you're going to learn, and hopefully something you'll take away that changes your life.
We always feel like if you get inspired by something outside of your four walls and you personally drive that energy and excitement, there's something there that you can bring back and figure out how it's going to implement within your space. Happens all the time. Because if you're not excited, no one else is going to be.
That's true.
Yes.
Right.
That's great.
Were you going to say something?
No, I'm so fascinated. How often? A couple times a year? Like, what is the consistency on travel?
So travel, we have 4 or 5 local ones just in the state of Minnesota. So it might be a one-day trip. It might be a weekend trip. We do an adult trip, hopefully, every year. We're now starting a family and multi-generational trip. So next June, the week of June 13th, is our next family trip to Costa Rica. So
That sounds tough.
Jill,
It's a hard
you
job,
should join
but,
in on this.
I think you need partnership field trips.
So lots of travel, yes.
That's great. Well, Jill and I are going to look into this.
I think that would be great. We could be inspired. So you brought up, Tyler, the mission, as you said, to connect people, animals, and the natural world. It's powerful. It's a great mission to have. So Liz, talk to us about how you help guests feel that connection when they visit, and how do you think that resonates so deeply with the people that visit the zoo?
Definitely. So I think one of the most important things about the zoo is really that we help tell the stories of the animals to create empathy for them, and for folks to understand them as individuals and understand the work we do to provide them with quality care. It's one thing for me to tell you that we have gibbons. It's another thing to tell you that we have Tia and Bailey, a male and female, who live together, and what their favorite toys are and what they do with their lives. That's really a way for you to get to know them and really start to think about in nature what we can do to help their wild counterparts. So really that empathy bridge to conservation action is what we strive to achieve. And that can start when you're a little kid in a stroller visiting the zoo, all the way up to when you're learning more scientific facts or more information about the species when you're older.
Well, I think it's great because you tell stories with these animals. You give them names. They have family members. We love when there's babies that are coming into the world. Those are always fun, the naming contests. You see that not only at the zoo, but you see that nationally with other zoos. People just love that. They love watching wildlife just happen, and it's very magical. It's great. So, Tyler, we love your title. Mm-hmm. It is fantastic. Experience is so important in the world that we live in, and it's very important here at the mall as well. But you talk about behind-the-scenes experiences that guests can have, and whether it's an add-on or if it's a special reservation. Talk a little bit about some of the behind-the-scenes experiences that fans can have at the Minnesota Zoo.
Yeah, absolutely. We call them Backstage Pass experiences. Throughout the year, we have different ones. Right now, there are 4 or 5 that you can pick from. It might be going behind the scenes, see tropical birds or sharks and stingrays. We also have one called Mini Critters, so it's small Minnesota animals. So come out and find your favorite opossum or whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. It's really cool. And then another one is North and South, so that's Minnesota animals, larger Minnesota animals, and then North being more tropical animals. Mm-hmm.
So if guests are interested in doing a behind-the-scenes tour, what does that look like? Do they go online and make a reservation?
Yes,
Do they call? How does that work?
It's all online. So find our program event page. It's under Backstage Passes, and you'll see the whole list. And then we have more that will come out come spring and summer. And so there's always looking for something unique to do. And then if you have a favorite animal that's not listed, there's a custom opportunity for you as well. So we want you to meet your favorite animal.
Well, you are always delivering the unexpected and also partnering with sometimes the unexpected partners. SJ, you've worked a lot with the Minnesota Zoo and with Mall of America on collaborations. So talk a little bit about some of your favorites or what might be in store in the near future.
Yes, we have done so many things. I want to say decades now. Like I've been at the mall for 7 years and we partner with you every year. So I know we've been working with you for over a decade at this point. Some of my favorites, we love farm babies. That's a big one that we've sponsored over the years. And as we were talking about baby animals, you just can't beat it. Everyone's so excited about them. So Farm Babies is one of our favorites that we've worked with you on. We also participate in Wild Nights with you guys. So that's over the summer timeframe too. And we share a lot of unique audiences where people, as we've been talking about this whole time, are craving experiences. So how can we capitalize and work with you in partnership, but also drive people back to Mall of America too, recognizing we share a lot of those unique people who are looking for the same thing. And then we've done something recent, which was really fun, that we've taken it to social. And we were doing a collaboration with you for your Beastly Bash event that was taking place in September. So we were experimenting with where to shop for Beastly Bash, which was really fun. So if you saw it, it was a great collaboration. We've tried a bunch of different things with you guys over the years and are excited to continue down the same path.
And we love it because we are competition in a way, because obviously it's an opportunity for time and people choose to do with their time. But there's also such nice complementary components because come here and dine and shop a little bit and then go visit the animals and enjoy live music. And we're so close. We're only a few minutes away on Cedar, and it's just been great to have you guys so close and open to ideas of what's possible. And when people are in this marketplace, we want them to stay longer and enjoy all the things that we have to offer. So what are some of your favorites at the zoo when you look at seasonal applications? You're just coming off of your Halloween extravaganza, which the marketplace loves to come out and see the pumpkins. So talk a little bit about some of your favorites from a seasonal perspective. Liz, if you want to start.
Yeah, I think, first of all, the winter is one of the best times to be at the zoo. We have a lot of animals that really enjoy frolicking, especially in the snow. Our red pandas, who are amazingly adorable, really love it when it's a little colder. So you'll see them out rolling around in the snow and enjoying it. So there's just in general, the zoo is a great place to be when it's cooler. We also have some specific things that we have planned for the winter season. We have a schools out camp for when you aren't at work, but you need a place for your kids to go where they'll actually have a great time. You can send them to the zoo for a schools out camp. There's also a winter fest that we're planning for January, which is a lot of fun. We did that last year as well. So it's just really nice when it's cold outside. You can either go out on the Northern Trail and really enjoy that cold weather, or you can head into the tropics and pretend like you're in a different place.
I love it. How about you? Any favorites that you have over the year?
I do like the spring. I like the excitement of what's upcoming. You have summer camp. You have big exhibits possibly opening up. You have just people, just the energy of having folks around. Winter is awesome. Seeing bison in the winter and fresh snowfall is so beautiful. But at the same time of that rebirth of spring, and you said farm babies. We have farm babies, Backstage Pass, and all these things happen, and everything starts rolling and building, and I just get excited about all that's happening and to come.
Mm-hmm. And SJ, where do you see the similarities with the zoo and the mall and why it works so well?
Yep. As we've been talking a lot about, I'm going to go back again to that experiential piece. What we really love and what we're always driving, we're more than a mall. That's what we talk about ourselves for Mall of America is we're an experiential destination. We have retail, we have attractions, we have dining. But I look at you guys in a similar vein too. You guys have experiences, but it's so vast in what you offer your audiences. And I think we're so similar in that capacity, which is really wonderful. And again, what makes us such good partners of how can we share those audiences?
I love it. So we need to get into some of your favorites. I really want to know some of your favorite animals at the zoo and why, and whether or not it was when they arrived and it was a new addition, or if it's a fan favorite that's been there for years. So Tyler, you start. Who's your favorite?
I get to start.
It's like picking your favorite child.
It is.
It's really hard.
I don't want to make anybody mad. I kind of alluded to it. Bison are really cool, and there's just certain times of the year where, again, fresh snowfall, the babies in the spring. There's something majestic about these giant animals just roaming the plains of the U.S. and there's a beautiful animal. So those I for sure love. Then you get into the cute and the cuddly, and the red pandas. They're new-ish. We've had them in the past, but how can you not smile when you see a red panda just sitting there
Oh, they're so
on
cute.
a branch and just sleeping or smiling back at you.
Yeah.
Cedar and spruce, they're
Cedar.
brothers.
Cedar and spruce,
Those
I love
are
it.
great.
Yeah.
So do you
They're
guys
so
ever
cute.
get to be part of the naming of these animals, or who gets the final say?
Sometimes. Zookeepers usually get a say, and then they give the public the ability to weigh in at times. But it also depends if that animal is actually born with us at the zoo, and we have some really good breeding programs and some really high quality keeper staff who do a lot of breeding actually at the zoo, or if they come from another institution, they come with a name a lot.
And you probably need to keep the name then. You can't.
I mean, they do know their name.
Sometimes, not always.
And who is your favorite?
Okay, so I have a new favorite right now because we just had some pygmy marmosets that came to the zoo. So pygmy marmosets
I
are
was gonna say you're gonna have to describe that. I have no idea what that is. I know what that is.
So they're the smallest monkey in the entire world. They're called pocket monkeys or finger monkeys. They're 5 inches tall.
Oh my
They have
goodness.
a grumpy cat face, a permanent squall. Like they're always like scowling. And they can jump 16 feet, even though they're only 5 inches big. So we have 3 of them right now that are all living on the Tropics Trail. And I just think they're devastatingly adorable.
Jill, we're taking
So
the
are they
team.
visible? Like, do they like to jump around?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Okay.
They like to jump around, and they're in a multi-species exhibit, so near the end of the Tropics Trail. But they are my new favorite because they're just so unique, move so neatly, and it's a family of 3, so they're all relatives. It's super cute.
Super fun. So do you like frequently visit your favorites? Like, I'm just curious of how
The nice part about it is like, you just go take a walk and see your favorite. If you're having a bad day or a bad moment, go take a walk or whatever it may be. It's right there. So why would you not?
do they react to like people that they see often, just like a domestic pet would, like as they see you more frequently, I guess?
They certainly know their zookeepers, their primary care staff for sure.
Because you feed them. They probably love people that feed them.
Yes, exactly. And there are some that just in general will react more to people, and it's enriching for them. It like brings them joy too, especially like I think about our penguins. Actually, if you move like a hat or a scarf next to them, they can follow you because they really enjoy that kind of motion, and it's something they would do in the wild. So it's super fun.
Okay, SJ, who are your favorites?
Oh my gosh. I feel like
Aside from the farm babies, you already mentioned the farm babies.
I do love the Tropics Trail. I think it's such a beautiful experience and honestly something that I didn't learn about until a couple years ago, and it is just delightful. And now that I know that there's monkeys, we're going to take the team, Jill. I feel like this is a family of 3 and they're tiny. I'm coming. I'm ready.
So I'm a sucker for the grizzlies. They're so playful and fun and so big and strong. And I love watching them. But the otters are super fun because they're just playful and they're always moving and
cute,
shaking.
too.
And it's just super fun. I love the energy of that area of the zoo. It's a lot of fun. But yes, we definitely need to scoot down south and go check them out. So, okay, are you guys ready? We're going to do a couple games here. If you guys are up for a couple games. I like a little friendly competition. This is good. So we are going to play a game called Zooperlatives. And so here's how it works. I'm going to give you a most likely to prompt. And then each of you will answer first thing that comes to your mind. So it could be an animal, an exhibit, something at the mall. We can mix match the zoo and the mall. So there are no wrong answers. It's just what comes to mind. So SJ, you are first.
Oh no.
What is most likely to make you smile instantly?
I'm going to go with monkeys. Monkeys just make me smile. They're so joyous.
Okay, you're next up. Most likely to cause a little chaos in a good way.
Let's go otters.
Otters, love it. Liz, most likely to take the best selfie.
I think a lemur would do a good selfie.
A lemur?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. SJ, most likely to remind you of yourself.
Penguins.
Tyler, most likely to have the best holiday spirit.
That's a great one. I'm just thinking of the Mall of
It
America.
can be zoo or mall.
I'm thinking of the picture right behind you.
Santa.
Yeah, Santa.
I love it. And those that are not watching, Tyler has a fantastic beard. He is ready. I love this. Okay, where are we at here? Liz, most likely to keep guests entertained for hours.
Entertained for hours.
So many options.
There are so many options. Probably penguins again, because there's so many individuals, and because we have babies that.
Little baby penguins.
Yeah, so the baby penguins actually.
Okay, Evobs is our soft spot is animals. Like, we just love this. Okay, SJ, most likely to be mistaken for someone at MOA.
Dan Jasper. Dan Jasper, who you just met, is known as also Santa.
Yes.
So I feel like he is mistaken probably on those two.
He's Danta. It's perfect. Okay, Tyler, most likely to have the biggest appetite.
Bears.
That would make sense. And Liz, most likely to surprise people the first time they see it.
That's going to be the dwarf crocodile because it doesn't move and then it does.
Oh. So like how big is the dwarf
The
crocodile?
dwarf crocodile is not that big. It's about 4 feet long, but it really
That's
is.
still big enough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get too close. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then SJ, most likely to be a crowd favorite year after year.
I'm going to go Mall of America on this. And I'm going to go all of our Santa experiences. I feel like we're renowned from the Santa perspective. And I feel like you can't miss.
Even though you can't bring in zoo animals, we do have pet nights. So domestic
do.
pets, you can do pet photos with Santa. Tie it all in. That was a little bit of a stretch, but we're trying here. Okay. So my next game is called True or Zoo. In the in the realm of having education and entertainment mixed together, we thought we would teach our listeners and maybe ourselves a little trivia. So if it's true, just say true. If it's not, say zoo, as in totally made up. So this is a first one. So Tyler, I'm going to start with you. Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins. True or zoo?
Sure, I'd say zoo. I don't know that one.
It's true.
Is it true?
They can hold their breath up to 40 minutes.
Goodness.
Isn't that crazy? I did not know. We're all learning together.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a little mall trivia. Mall of America has more visitors than Disney World. True or zoo?
I'm going true.
Very well done. We welcome 32 million visitors a year.
Holy cow.
32.
That's a lot.
It is a lot, and we love it. Okay, we were just talking about penguins. So, SJ, penguins only live where it's cold.
Zoo.
Good job. Many live in warm climates like the Galapagos Islands. So, yes, lots of.
Ours are from South Africa.
Amazing.
I love that. Okay, Tyler. Elephants can't jump.
True.
Correct. They are the only mammals that can't jump.
Wow.
Look at this. We're just getting educated.
So much.
Oh, we've got another mall one coming to you. Mall of America has had its own rooftop beehives producing honey.
I really want that to be true.
It is.
That's
So
amazing.
not currently, but Radisson Blu worked with the University of Minnesota and had a hive on their rooftop and produced honey and served the honey in their restaurant. Yeah, it was very, very cool. That was just recently that they concluded that. Okay, SJ, giraffes have the same number of neck bones as humans.
Jill, that's a wild question. True?
That is correct. Oh. Both have 7 vertebrae.
Interesting.
And last to you, Tyler, the Minnesota Zoo once had a surfing penguin exhibit.
Zoo.
Correct, zoo. But it would be pretty cool if you did.
It'd be interesting, that's for sure.
We have water skiing squirrels
That
here at
is
the
true.
mall, so let's go after the surfing penguins. I love it. You guys did great, so thank you for joining on the games on the back end. So Liz and Tyler, we are thrilled to have you guys here. And one more time, remind our fans and listeners where they should learn more about the Minnesota Zoo.
You can definitely go to our website and then look at plan your trip and be able to get some information there. You can also look in the programs and events tab, which highlights a lot of the Backstage Pass and other experiences that Tyler was talking about, as well as some of the things for early childhoods and families.
Perfect. And remind them again, if they want to do the backstage experiences, Pass. Where do they find that?
At the website. It's the same place, program and events tab under mnzoo.org. That and travel. So yeah, and real quick with the Costa Rica trip, if you want to go, deadline is like in 4 weeks. So
okay, we're on it. We're on it. So SJ, thank you for joining today. Hopefully you learned a little bit more about the zoo and all the fun facts about animals. And to everyone listening, take some time this season and reconnect with the wonder, whether that's through nature, animals, or just sharing time with family and friends. We have a beautiful zoo right here in Minnesota. Definitely go check it out and visit often. Be sure to share this podcast with all your friends, families, colleagues, all those animal lovers in your life. and leave us a review wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. That's going to do it for today's episode of So Much More. We will see you soon. Thanks for listening to So Much More, a Mall of America podcast. Subscribe wherever you find your favorite podcasts. This show is presented by Bloomington, Minnesota Travel and Tourism.